Hello everyone and welcome to Sam's math tutorial. So today we'll be looking at the introductory aspect to direct variation. So imagine if you own a small coffee shop and then you started with just a handful of loyal customers buying your goods and services consistently, and then you now realize that your business is booming. So now you will notice that the more advertising you do for your product and services, the more customers come into the business. Hence, your sales grow at the same rate as the amount you spend on ads or advertisement. So you will notice that as you begin to advertise more, your sales will also grow more. So this case scenario is a perfect example of direct variation. So let's look at another example, or let's think of another scenario. A company decides to open a new store in a different location. So it's you that owns the company, or you're the owner of the company, and now they increase the marketing budget, or we can say that they increase the money that they use in advertisement purposes, just like the one as I said earlier. They increase their marketing budget, and then in return the number of citizens or number of customers or residents around that area begin to visit that company frequently, hence increasing their sales and their popularity in the space. The relationship between the advertising budget, that's the money that they used to spend to attract people, and then their customers that they get in return, is still an example of direct variation. So therefore, direct variation is more or less a scenario where one thing increases and the other increases at a constant rate. So in other words, you have one variable, as I will say. In this case, let us use the variable of the advertising business to the variable of the sales the business will get, is an example of direct variation. So you might be thinking, okay, but is this the case in every business? And the answer is not really always, because there are some businesses that you sell that they will diminish and they will not end up getting sales eventually, because once you have advertised so much and spent so much money on advertisement, you end up not getting any form of profit. So that's just the thing about some businesses. You end up spending more and get less. So that is not an example of direct variation if that's the case, because as you're investing more, that means the ad revenue you're using to advertise your products more, you're getting less customers. So it's not an example of direct variation. Simply, direct variation is a relationship between two variables in which they change in the same way. In other words, as one variable increases, the other variable increases, or as the other variable decreases, the other variable now decreases. So let's just take these two variables for instance. Let's take y and x. So y varies directly to x. So since y here can be said to be the dependent variable, because it depends on the value of x to make y increase. So when we are removing this variation sign, it will form a constant of proportionality, which is y is equal to kx. So therefore, y is dependent on x, while x is independent of y. So in order for y to grow, x also needs to grow. Just like the example of ad revenue I gave, in order for your business profit to grow, you have to have more ad revenue in order for your sales to grow. That's just the thing. So in our subsequent series, we'll be looking at sample problems on direct variation. If you found this video useful, like and subscribe, and drop your questions in the comment section below.